We're going to come around campus, talk to students, and find out their opinion on human rights. It's going to be interesting, seeing as a lot of people might be a little bit shy, maybe reticent about it, but it should be an adventure.
It is human rights to me. It's like the UN version of it. It's basically just, to me, them giving you authorization to follow natural law, which is do what is good without trying to screw over anybody.
What do you think is specifically important?
I don't know much, but I guess what's important is no child labor, no torturing, giving access to clean water to everyone.
I know that human rights are definitely a really important issue, especially this day and age. I think that it's really good because I see a lot more visibility on the issue, and I think that's a really positive step forward.
It's hard because a lot of these issues, like, we're privileged living in, like a quote unquote civilized society where we have water, we have food, we have shelter. We get education.
What do you think is the most important aspect of human rights to support?
For us, for me personally, it's education. I'm a strong believer in everybody having the opportunity to education.
What do you think?
Coming from a former East to the Iron Curtain country, I feel that human rights, they're a necessity, of course, and freedom of speech, freedom of ownership, freedom of education, basic human rights, and basic standard of living.
Probably the most important problem would be human trafficking. I think that there's definitely a huge modern-day slave trade almost, and I think that's disgusting. And I think that that's probably one of the most important areas to focus on. Obviously, the others are just as important.
Our society nowadays with email and Twitter and Facebook, do you think people are more aware of human rights, or that just makes people more passive? They don't actively help, they just devote, they just give money and then don't care?
For me, I think that's exactly what happens. I think they're exposed to it so much, but disconnected at the same time.
It's different to turn on the news and see something happening elsewhere and then turn it off. It almost goes away immediately, whatever empathy we feel.
It will get information out there, but it doesn't mean you actually use the information that you're receiving. A lot of kids use Twitter to learn that something's happening, but it doesn't mean that they go further with it.
We really have to filter through the distorted and fallacious information that we're given from these types of organizations, from the governments, and even from nonprofit organizations that are trying to do good things.
It's important for young people to know because we can be kind of the game changers, and it just needs that little tick in our minds to take some action.
Despite all the different opinions, I think every single person that we've talked to had something to contribute to the conversation, and we can all learn from it. But if you want to learn more, I think it'd be good. The conference is coming up on December 5th and 6th, right here at the Grand Salon. So if you want to know more,
Dignity for All Human Rights Conference.